obviously the big story is free agency and Tom Brady going down to play with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now that we are a couple weeks past it, you can kind of say, oh, okay, it makes sense. But when it happened, I know I was shocked. And I'll start with you, Howie. Were you surprised when it happened? And not only him leaving New England, but going to Tampa specifically?
No, I wasn't surprised. I mean, it's probably been one of the most talked about, moves over the last 3 years. One, Tom Brady's falling off a cliff, and two, the chronicling the perceived kind of rift between Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. And I think, a lot of that was kind of manufactured and people having to fill time on TV. I think some of it is probably real. I think both parties, meaning both Bill and Tom, I think are anxious to see if they can get it done without the other. I thought there were places that made sense. I thought Indianapolis maybe made sense. I thought the Chargers potentially made sense. I thought Tennessee potentially made sense. But Tampa Bay really does, when you sit and think about it after he made the move, it does make sense. They're loaded on offense. They've got a head coach and offensive coordinator in Leftwich who both appreciate and show appreciation for their quarterback. And I think it'll be interesting to see how they adapt that offense to fit Tom, because some of the things that Tom likes to do aren't necessarily some of the things that Bruce has always done. It's not a tight end driven offense. Tom likes to work the middle of the field. So it'll be interesting to see.
Jimmy, were you surprised?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not surprised. I kind of saw this coming here the last couple of years. And I think Brady going to Tampa is just a big fit because he's got a great supporting cast. Howie, you talked about the offensive players, but they've got an outstanding defense as well. And so it'll be interesting to see how well Tampa plays this year with Brady protecting the ball. The thing that Jameis Winston wouldn't do is protect the football. And as far as the Patriots, as long as they got Bill Belichick, they're going to be, in the picture. Obviously, they're going to have some struggles because they're going to have a lot of young players. They lost a lot of good players. In fact, the Dolphins signed quite a few of their players. But they'll still be good because they got Bill Belichick.
I want to get to the Patriots and how they'll do in just a bit. But I guess I'll start with you, Jimmy, because the thing that intrigues me is that of all years for this to happen, now obviously this is not part of the plan, but off seasons are going to be shortened no matter when they get back to playing football. We've already seen that with the draft and nobody being there and team workouts. So you go into a new team if you're Tom Brady. You're 43 years old. You've got a new offense that you've got to work with. It's an off season where you can't get your team together like you normally do. Do you think that will have a negative impact on him, or at this stage of his career, does that not matter?
I think it depends a little bit prior to this. Really up to speed with those receivers in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, to follow up on Jimmy's point, and I'm sure we'll get him back soon, I think Tom just brings so much to a locker room and to the way a team prepares, the way a team meets, the way a team practices. And I'm sure that in these really challenging times where, as you mentioned, it's an abbreviated offseason, and who does it hurt? Does it hurt the new coaches in the league? Does it hurt the quarterback, the young quarterback who's going somewhere else? And I don't think it hurts Tom. Tom has seen every conceivable defense there is and has run, although they run the same scheme for 20 years or close to 20 years, they've done it in variations. When Randy Moss was there, they throwing it all over the yard. 2 years ago, it was Devlin, a 260-pound fullback, and they looked more like Dallas than they did New England. It was a lot of ISO plays, play action pass. So Tom can do it any way he wants. And I think when Tom speaks in that huddle, in that meeting room, I think others will follow. And I'm sure that right now, if there's a way to communicate through whatever medium it is, Zoom or whatever the platform is, I'm sure they're doing it as much as they possibly can.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.